Now you're moving me forward, ain't it something? No one's ever done that for me. Push, now you know how to push all my buttons, flying down in low gravity. Give it a little while, it's a slow burn. Everything will fall into.
Hey, good morning. It's Robert. Morning, Ring It. Hey, Rabbis. Morning, John. Thanks for the post. You too, RM, if you're listening. Sound good. Thanks, Ralph. Hey, Sean. Thanks for the post as well. I think you're right on those banks. They look like good swing entries today. Um, well, yesterday, another one of those days. Saw a little weakness in the morning and then zip it right back around. New high for 4 seconds. And now gapping up almost to the new high. Not quite though. I guess we've been there in the pre-market. Yeah, we were at 339.40. So, I mean, gotta stay bullish. If we get any kind of fall in the morning, it's a buy. New breakout in progress. I mean, it's not the fastest moving breakout, but you can see we based for 4 or 5 days on the daily and higher, higher, and now at least in the pre-market, higher again. And Q's stronger, have been for a while, although Q's are gapping down 30 whole cents tonight. Hey, Ring it, just that's you can adjust that. Just hover and then click on the wheel, the little gear wheel, and increase the resolution. I think it defaults back to like, 140. Yeah, you just have to adjust the that'll make them clear. Or all right, so bullish, bullish. Nothing else to say about it really. There's certainly room to get a pullback, um, but don't doubt the longs. I mean, if we pull back, buy. If we go higher, buy. At least until something changes. Just a few earnings today. BJ's not one of them. At least it wasn't on my list, but I like BJ gapping to a new high. Retailers are reporting this week, at least some of them. And BJ's got a nice look, gapping over yesterday's high. I'm not sure when or if it reports, but I'm gonna put that on my list. It's a decent looking long, probably not at the open, but for a strength play. HUD, not sure what this was, but it's gapping up pretty big. right to the prior high. So this actually could be a fade. I thought it was a buyout when I first looked at it, and then I saw RM had it on his list too, so I listed it, but I'm still not sure what it is. It certainly could fade, but it's basing pretty solid right there at 759. I'm gonna skip it, I think. Low is earnings and gapping to new highs. LZB not gapping to new highs. This is earnings. It's got a little bit of a gap. I'd like to see it at new highs, so I'll put it on the list. There's just a few. The low is good. Target is, well, Target's a little big. Target's $10 over the prior high, so I could see a fade on Target, but just keep in mind it's really bullish. BE continuation. Oh yeah, I had that yesterday. Right, just usually it waits a day, but like last time it waited 2 days and continued yesterday. But yeah, it looks like it's headed to 1950. I can put that on the long list. All right, and then on the downies, A is earnings, and I mean not too bad. There's one more prior low right in the 94 area, and right now there's a 75-cent spread, but there is room to drop. I'm gonna watch A as a short, and then ALC is also earnings, but this is a jumpy daily chart. However, the area it's gapping to, not so bad. Right to the prior low with a 200 MA, $2 below that. So I'll put that on the list, but I'd be really careful about entering that one. ATGE, this is also earnings and right at the 200 MA with a 50-cent spread on 700 shares. So I'm going to keep that off the list. It's either way, and it's not clear either way. It's gapping right to this above the pivot and below the prior low, which had good volume in it. Hard to figure that one. This BMRN is not on the earnings list, but the gap is substantial. And it is also either way. I'm going to watch this one though. It's doing volume, and it's got a long way to move in either direction. Cree is earnings, gapping $3 right to the prior low, pretty much. And again, either way on this one, it's a little novice. I mean, you've got the big volume bar yesterday and the little red bar the day before, so could make a good case for buying Cree. On the other hand, it's still got room to drop to this 58 area. So I like Cree either way, although long would be the first preference. JKHY, this one's always hard, I think. Not a lot of liquidity in it. It is gapping right to demand though. Rising 20, big demand area. So this likely fades. Question is, can can it produce an entry that's liquid? And SABR, Jack Henry is earnings, by the way. Um, SABR to 675. This is not on the earnings list, but I like this gap under the base. Again, I don't know the story, and there's a little bit of demand possibly right here at 680. Next area though, 550. So I like SABR lower, and then TJX is earnings. ARM, good morning. TJX to 5450 puts it just under the 200 MA, right at the rising 20. You know, another fade possibility here. Not as novice as the other one was, though. The CRE, only one red bar and notice no increased volume per se. So this one could still be lower. I wouldn't say like on the CRE where I'd rather go long it. This one is still a short until it's not. And then VIPS to 2020, another one right to the last bit of demand. The little double bottom down here. Yeah, that's another one that could easily fade, but could also fall. So not a lot of certainty in these gaps for me. I do like BJ higher and I like low higher, particularly if it pulls back a dollar. So I mean, low all around is the best gap today to me. Target's just too big. I guess it could power higher from here, but I wouldn't count on it. Targets to me is a better fade. And then all of these downs are right in support areas. CRE's probably the best down gap, and it's a long. If it weren't for the $1.50 spread in the 700 shares, I might like JKHY. Yeah, and I like this SABR. I wonder what the news is here. Huh, 8 days ago news. What about today? Oh, here we go. Sales fall after 250 million convertible. So it's a secondary. Well, it's not exactly a secondary, it's a convertible. All right, well, that makes SABR a little less interesting. SGMO taken off. Yeah, it is. Right to demand. I mean, right to supply. Oh, and the other thing, I not that I've been working too late into the day recently anyway, but I need to go like 10:30 or so today. Um, I'm gonna take my wife to a lab test. I think everything's fine, but you know, it's one of those slightly scary ones. So I said, "Hey, I'm gonna take you." So I'll be here for the first hour, hour and a half, and then I gotta get going. She made an appointment like an hour away because she wants to get it done today. All right, so there's the list. Got anything else? I know Sean mentioned a couple of the banks looking like good swings, and Tesla is down today. Still 20 more dollars to yesterday's low. So you could watch that. I mean, it's got a nice hourly breakdown here. Maybe, well, actually, yeah, it's got the hourly breakdown, except for the breakout bar, which still has a low down there, $20 lower. All right, I'm not, well, actually, BJ, anybody know if BJ has a catalyst? I didn't have it on my earnings list. Target reports stellar quarter two earnings. Maybe it is earnings. Oh, that's Target, not BJ. So it's probably sympathy to Target, unless there's something I don't see, which is likely. All right, so unless there's a good entry on low, that's I think the only one I'm willing to do kind of early. Target with some weakness, I'd fade. And Cree with a nice entry, particularly after showing strength, I'd long. Yeah, a little new uptrend in Cree would be a long to me. And could say the same thing about VIPS, but I've never had that much success with VIPS. And if it weren't for that demand area, I'd really like TJX lower. I mean, the major demand is down at 50, but this 53.70 area, it's got that double top there right behind the last rally. So TJX would need to have a lot of room. JKHY has already held the prior low from last night. CRE has not. All right, I'm ready. Should open. I like BJ long too, but I wouldn't play it on the first move. Because if target fades, it may fade. Okay, SPY gapping up, Q's not. And there's the aggressive entry on target. It's still right at the pre-market VWAP though, but breaking lower right now. Low's got about a 40-cent spread. John's got TJX. Yeah, it's pretty good. At least it's got a little room to 53. And VIPS, John's got, looks like that just triggered. Okay. VIPS I would do on a sell setup. Yeah, really same with TJX. CRE's along. CRE could test the low and then pop 66. I like CRE long. Okay, now can it hold? Doesn't have the most risk reward though. Here's the low of the day test. And keep in mind, CRE could also be a short. So could this one. Yeah, this is a $3 stop. Well, I like this BMRN lower, but it's a big stop and a big spread. Okay, VIPS, John's already in. If you get a sell setup at the VWAP, I like. TJX would need to get the sell setup right here. Man, CRE is just a tough call. Looks like a short though. There's a BMRN. Just triggered a short. And target. I like target lower. Under 58. The problem is the tight stops often don't hold. But 146.58 by 147.81 is the breakdown play. See if it can trigger. Morning, FX. I'm going to do just a little bit of target if it can get under low a day and stop it with $1.50 or so. And if it climbs much more, it won't be a play. All right, needs another entry now. VIPS, could do the breakdown. Kind of tailed though. 1890, 1881, so right here by 1958. I'm gonna wait. Cree though, Cree's a short. Just triggered 30 cents ago with a 20-cent spread. Market's strong. We're going to highs. Well, could do target long. It's too big a gap for me. But watch the shorts now. We've kind of getting a strong market. John Hendry lower, SABR, TJX held. Yeah, VIPS I think hit the temporary low at least. BJ higher, pulled back, now sitting on support. If you like the support buys, there's a long. Oh, I missed the low. Yeah, that was the entry for the low. I was saying if it pulled back $1 or so, there it was. Didn't see it. Here's the hard short on a target. It's above the VWAP. Might be a lower high, but market bullish and huge gap. Still like BMRN. DJX okay. Little over the high, but now back under the VWAP. So if we get a green bar, could short TJX. John Hendry lower too, but No, not the worst buy setup if it forms here on low. You're not gonna get TJX. You just had to do it up there, right in the wrong place for me. Low's lower. Well, it just crossed back through the VWAP. I was thinking if it held right here at the VWAP, might be able to do a buy setup. But now Q's getting a reasonable sized red bar. Look at Target, man. Just fight off. ALC probably lower. JLD. I saw that in the pre-market. It was gapping down, right? Yeah. Looks like it could fade back up. BA too. Yeah, BA a little strong today. All right, I haven't done anything. I was close on TJX and I was close on Target. Cree, I just had the wrong read. Yeah, low pulling and lower. Tesla sell. Yeah, looks like it triggered quick. Yeah, Tesla's showing weakness today. I don't know if that's a gap or just missing data in my chart. All right. Still like this BMRN. Stop could be 84. It's still a $3 stop. But like it lower. Yeah, JPM setting the low. And Cree still wants to drop. It does have room still to 59. So if a sell setup, I could definitely see Cree. Here's low back to the low a day. Not what you want to see with a new high if you're thinking long. And Q's really falling down. Target off the highs. These are hard plays. BMRN is the best thing I see, but it's only 1R to the target. Could play low long, but again, it's a retest of low a day. I need the higher low to play that. Similar with BJ, but BJ's at least got a continuation possibility. And remember, every morning fall has been a long for the last several weeks. TJX still a short though. BDR, yeah, it sure is. That thing's a rocket today. Put it on the green. All right, VIPS could be a short here. Tap the high a day. Triggered under 62, so it's only 10 cents off. Just sitting on the 1 minute VWAP. DJX moving lower, so that's working out. If did it. It'd be a low a day play on Cree. 6250 by 63, 90 or so. I'm just not seeing the great play. And now Q's through the low a day. BYND. Yeah, it's pretty good. Does have a demand point, $2 below, but probably not much there. Go to a 2 minute gray chart. Yeah, it's a little trim. It's funny. Jack Henry here, short. Just the daily area is the problem for me. But intraday, this is a nice looking short. If TJX would have set up like this, I'd have done it. It's just, well, TJX did. It just was right on top of the VWAP. Still like BMRN. Nice call in the low from, or a heads up anyway, from RM. They spy right into yesterday's demand. HD2. Yep. Yeah, HD gonna erase yesterday's bar again. Did that yesterday, got bought. Now it's gonna do it again. Yeah, BMRN just doesn't have risk reward, John. I've been looking at it all morning, and every time I look at it, it's a $3 stop with a $3 target. Jack Henry, best thing right now here. Well, and BMRN. But, hmm, Lazy Boy's along. Not a bad time to do a long. I kind of like Lazy Boy. Would have to stop low a day, plus a little. Well, there's an idea. Lazy Boy. It's the easy way. The IPS still lower. Nice TJX from John. And, you know, can't beat him. Target's higher. I can't do it, but it is in the uptrend now. It did stop right on the VWAP, so there's nothing in the way of target going higher other than the market failing on the buy setup. Maybe Cree, but I don't want to do a short now. Market gonna likely bounce here. How much is the question, but Lazy Boy looking good. I bid for it, but didn't get it. SPE's going higher too. I know. Well, it was like a 15-cent spread. I just, didn't want to. It did look good though. What's the matter with my chart? Hmm. missed it. Target could have a huge day. And as the market fell hard, it continued up. So, rest of the morning, any buy setup and that breakout, it was good. Um, probably okay at target. What's the best bouncer, man? Wow, look at BA. Remember yesterday the IWN was way down when the market was up. Today it's uptrending. Just inverted again. Apple? Yeah, Apple's good. It's 40 cents late. Yeah, I could do Apple with an entry. X. X in supply. Yep. Long not gonna go so good. Target doesn't care. And Jack Henry worked. And if you did it, lazy boy entering a target area. TJX is short. This is not bad. The 15 minutes not good. It's 3 bars down with a bottoming tail. The two though is very nice. Although market looks bouncy again now. We were up, then down, now up again. So this is not the environment I like. Plus, I'm not going to stay around long. Buy any pullback on target today. Right now, we long again. And KLA swing. Yeah, looks good. I like the JPM that Sean mentioned this morning too. Look at that nice buy setup there. That's really good. And triggered while the market was falling. The IPS working still lower. I don't know. I haven't done a play. I only even tried for Lazy Boy, and I would have just gotten out some. All right, I'm gonna walk off. It's gonna be a no play day. I have to go out like in a half an hour or so, so I'm just gonna not get involved with anything. But when Target comes back to the VWAP, buy it. That's my best advice today. Apple gonna do it now. All right, so sorry, no play from me. I mean, Cree is decent here, but market's bullish again, so wouldn't necessarily want to short anything. All right, sorry, I have a personal thing I gotta do, um, and probably won't be back. Well, I might be back this afternoon, but it'll be a while. Got a big hike. Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks everybody. Keep posting ideas, please, if you have them. And sorry I got to run off so early. See you later.